every day, and something happens to me. Yeah, something like a twinkle in the sky, a twinkle in my eye. Oh, baby, can you see it? Oh, how do I say? How do I say? Hey, how do I say? How do I say? Oh, how do I say? How do I say? How do I say? Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm a little shy, but I'll tell you what's on my mind anyway. Oh, hey, I think I like ya. I just don't know how to say. I see you every day, and something happens to me. Yeah, something like a twinkle in the sky, a twinkle in my eye. Oh, baby, can you see it? Oh, how do I say? How do I say? Hey, how do I say? How do I say? Oh, how do I say? How do I say? How do I say? How do I say? I've been doing some thinking, and I think we need to talk. You don't know I like you, yes I know, but I think it's my fault. Wait, am I losing you? I deserve some eye contact. Am I losing you? Or maybe just your contact. 10 digits, and I hope it rings when I call. I don't see a problem at all. Oh, how do I say? How do I say? How do I say? How do I say? I know you feel the same way that I do. I can see it in your eyes. Your pupils are dilated every time you look in mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a little shy.
I don't really get it. It seems like every time that I smile, that a frown is coming. It's hard to be content when every time it feels good, right before the shit comes. Is it the income, or is it the attention, or lack thereof? Yeah. Tell me what it is so I can fix it. Don't you get it? It's us. Ooh, but trust is so important, baby, and I can't make a move without it. So maybe that's why me and you ain't went nowhere. Every time I think I'm winning, I lose. Every time I think I'm winning, I lose. Every time I think I'm winning, I lose. Damn, what is it to do? Yeah. Every time I think I'm winning, I lose. Every time I think I'm winning, I lose. Every time I think I'm winning.
we go. We're about to get ready to get started here in a quick second. Gonna jump in on some get ready to do a continuation from part 1, where we went in and began to show you how to open up and use the DaVinci Resolve software to start importing your footage and bringing in your audio, getting everything in sync. So if you didn't see that video, go back and watch some of that first video. But right now I'm getting ready to edit the video that we did, that we're going to put out on getting people, able to use this software so that they can be able to do their own video editing for some simple projects. So be right back. All right, here we go. You just hear music cut down the back of my ear. Okay. Now, so I've taken the liberty of bringing in the audio. In the last video, what we did was we brought our video in, and then we also went through Epidemic Sound to get a track that we wanted to use. I've done that. I just kind of use that as an example. So I'm going to start this deal the same way I would start any one of my projects. So this video, just to kind of give you some information, this video right here is a video that I'm doing mainly for people who are wanting to get into doing video editing for their projects. It could be any project you have. DaVinci Resolve they have a free version, which is about 90% capable than the studio version, which is a paid for version. But the free version, you can do just about anything you want to do. So if you've got a family project or a small project, you've got some video that you've captured with your cell phone, you've got some video that you've captured with your camera, your prosumer camera, this is the software that you can use to be able to pretty much do whatever it is you want to do. So I've got my user interface here. This is DaVinci Resolve. Again, like I said, it's a free software. I have a link in the description that you can use to go and get this software. Or you go to blackmagicdesign.com and you'll be able to download the studio version. But the studio or the free version, but the link that I put in the description will give you it'll take you straight to where you need to go on that page, so you don't have to try to hunt for it. And once you do that, you're good. You'll be able to get the software. I also put a link to Epidemic Sound. It's my share link, but it'll take you there. I think they've got some discounts and stuff for you. This way you can be able to post things on YouTube or any other social media platform without getting a copyright claim. And they've got a pretty good library, pretty extensive library, I'm gonna say. Not only, audio music, but also your sound design music or sound effects. You can be able to download all of those deals. It costs you like $100 a year, but I believe there's like a 30-day free trial or something like that. But $100 a year, you can be able to get any music you want, any style of music you want to use in your videos. I mean, kind of can't beat that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've got my video. The same thing that I told you when it comes to video editing. I mean, it's all about organization. So over here I have my footage folder where I actually have my 8cam footage, which is only one. I just shot this in one clip. This is a 40-minute clip right here. So that's that. Go in, kind of see how it sounds. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. All right, so I drag that in, to hit play. When it hit the space bar, will allow you to play. If you hit the J on your keyboard, that'll allow you to rewind. If you hit the L on your keyboard, that'll allow you to fast forward. Now, every time you hit either one of those, it'll speed it up for you. Like right now, I can hit the space bar, and then I'm gonna hit L, so it'll go forward. I can go even faster, So, you hit home or end. Home will take you to the very beginning of the track. End will take you to the very end of the track. So those are just a couple of shortcuts that I use all the time. There's also some different shortcuts that you can program into the software, which it's not hard at all to do. I'm not gonna cover it in this video because we're just getting ready to go in here and do some basic editing. Like I said, I've got one video that I'm gonna edit for a complete video, and it's about 40 minutes, but I really want to get that down to maybe about 20. But I'm not gonna cut anything out because it's a video for people that are just getting started. So I'm not one of those, my videos got to be short to match up with the algorithm type cats. I'm about putting out value. And so the people that want to watch short videos to get you right to the point videos, that's just not going to be who I'm trying to reach out to. So I'm not going to shortcut the learning process on this video. I'm going to try to fill in as many gray areas as I can think of them in the way that they came to me in gray areas, or things that just wasn't all the way explained and you had to go through all kind of extra learning curve to figure it out on your own. So that's where I am with that. So we've got our track out here. Now there's a lot that you can do with drawing organization, including even labeling your tracks and stuff also. I'll do that right here just because I'm going to say, we'll say, oh shoot, I already hit this deal. We'll say original. We'll call it that. Actually, you know what we're going to say? We'll say wide. Call that my wide shot. Because I'm going to have, I think I'm just going to use 2 angles, and I only shot one set of footage. So my second track or video track is going to be the same clip. This only one clip. I'm just going to zoom in to get a closer shot. So that way, when I want to vary my shot in the video, so it's just not one straight video with just nothing but monotone imagery, I'll be able to cut. So now, audio. I went in and grabbed a song. I had a couple of songs up here, as you can see, that I used as an example earlier, but I've gone in. There's another song I like that I think would actually sound pretty good. I mean, if it don't, I'll go grab another song, but let's check it out. So now this is Stockholm by Revel Day, and I got it off of Epidemic Sound. I've always liked this song. I've used it in a couple of different things, but I'm actually thinking I'm gonna use it on this. And it is, so this is the full, what's called the full mix. All right, that means all the vocals, all of the instruments, all of the music, all of the sound or the beats, the drums, all that stuff. That's in what's called the full mix. Now this one right here, you can look over here and see what it says it is. This is the bass line. So if you were to look in here, so that's just the bass. Right here, just the drums. Right here, the instruments. Right here, this is, the vocals. So as far as melody, so as far as actually using all those, you can. Just kind of depend on what you want to do. It gives you some versatility because let's say you let's say you want to extend your song out. Like, I know I'm going to have to extend this song because this right here is probably maybe 3 or 4 minutes, but this video is a 4-minute video. So ultimately, once I finish cutting out all my dead spots in the video and trimming it up, I'm going to have to go in and cut the song. I'm going to go chop the song up. So I'm going to give me a bass count. And then once I get all my beats marked off, I'll be able to cut that song up however I need to, just so that I can kind of piece it together to extend out. And so in that case, I probably won't be using a lot of the vocal. I might just use the instrumental, which is cool with me. So this is the full instrumental right here. I mean, the full song. So let's kind of see how I vibe with the video. And I need to clear my throat. My throat bar. All right, let's kind of see how it works. Well, I need to turn it down. I already know. So you can click on your audio track, and then you come over here into the properties window. It's over to the top far right where you see my mouse at. And because I'm on the audio track, it's only going to show you audio properties. But if I click on this video, it'll show me the video properties or the audio properties of the video track. So I'm just going to click on the audio track, and I'm going to go up to volume, and I'm going to put that at a negative, let's say 15. So you see how at first this the meters on here were the levels in here were pretty high. That means I just turned the volume down because I don't want the volume to overtake the narration with my voice. So let's see how the song vibes. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just have to come down and make it lower it even more. Maybe not the best. Just kind of want it to be faint. I don't want it to compete with my voice at all because the value is in what I'm saying. Everything else is aesthetic. Some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is don't go out and buy a fancy brand new camera. Okay, so sometimes it works. This is why we call it auditioning the tracks. Because if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work. Now I also have the instrumental. So now over here, what I'm going to do, like I said, I don't want to do anything without explaining it because I don't want to throw you off. So watch, I'm going to delete this. Now, I'm going to come over here to my instrumental folder for that exact same song, and I'm going to get the full mix. Let's see how the mix sounds with the narrative. I mean, if it doesn't work, then we'll just go get a different song. Like I said, this is not getting ready to be a quick 5 or 10 minute video. I'm going to take you through the process. Later on, when the actual stream is over with, what I'll do is I will go back through. I'm gonna also try to answer some questions on here. I'm just working on one screen right now, but I'm gonna try to answer some questions as they come up, not to really stop the progress. But if you got a question, fire it out. And also, what I'm gonna do is when I go back, once the stream is over with, I'll also put some additional information up there. So let me go in there real quick and see what we got. I think it'll probably be better for me to prop this phone up and do that. But yeah, I'm not getting ready to rush through it. I'm going to, my friends are silly. I am going to, to try to give you as much information as I can without shortcutting too much, because I mean, my whole purpose for doing this is so that some of that gray area, some of those things that when people are talking about what they are doing, they just don't go into enough detail, and you sitting there trying to figure out how to fill in the gaps of information. I want to fill those gaps in right now. All right, let's see here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Galloway. What up, Galloway? Galloway. What up, Galloway? All right. There we go. Yeah. See, I need to, because I'm a rookie with it. Yeah, we about to get some editing going. So, look, if you got a question, feel free to to fire the question out. There's supposed to be a see. Okay. All right. So, kind of thinking that this song right here really ain't gonna work. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means, instrumental is good to go. Share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is, don't go out and buy a fancy brand new camera. It's just not going to serve you well right now because you don't know. Okay, I'm gonna normalize the audio in this so I can make sure I'm kind of maxing out what I can do before going into editing on my highs and my lows, because that'll give me a little bit more punch right in the areas where I want to be able to make sure I'm getting a good full sound. So let's make it happen, and then we'll go back and see if that song works. I mean, if it don't work, it just don't work. And I've got a ton of music that I can be able to check out. While that's doing that, I'm gonna come over here and look at a couple of other tracks that might work, that I think might work. Oh yeah, here's another one that I know I like, and I've used before on other tutorials. I think I might have to audition this one as well. Tell you what, look, when I let me know what you think. Let me know which one you think kind of feels the vibe. Now, in order for me to mute this, I can just hit the D on my keyboard to disable it, and then I'm gonna bring this one in, put it down to about -15. Kind of see how it vibes with the video. Let's see. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, and you just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is gonna offer you a ton of added value. Now, okay, what does that mean? What that means to me is that I'm gonna share some of the. All right, so if you know me, anything about me, I love the smooth grooves. So when I'm getting ready, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. I like that one better. We use Revel Day on a different deal. So this is my track I'm gonna use. Now I'm gonna go ahead and mark my music off just to go ahead and get that part out of the way. Now, the purpose of marking the beats off is so that you can be a little more systematic and consistent with your cuts. That way you can kind of keep the vibe going. To not cut on beat, kind of depending on the scenario of the video, is kind of like dancing off beat. If I'm going to go from this cut to this cut, it look kind of weird if it's just kind of random, or it may not fit if I throw a graphic in there and it's just thrown in there. So might be a pet peeve, but I enjoy those particulars of what it is that we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this off, and then also, because I'm gonna have to use this so much, it's gonna really help to have it marked off, because we're going to end up cutting this up a lot in order to make it last for the entire time of the video. So this part is always first to me. I like, kind of knowing what my vibe is, because that also is going to help me when it comes to trimming the video up. So let's go. I'm going to always come in here once and put at the very beginning of the track, I'm going to type the letter I on my keyboard. That means initial point. And then I'll also mark it with the M, which is all you have to do. And you'll see right here where it shows you that mark, that little blue tick that pops up. That's where it shows you at. So now, just like any other video, I like to find my count of the music and then just stay consistent with that count. I usually do one main count if I choose an upbeat or when I choose a downbeat. But what I do is I'm going to stay consistent with that, whatever I choose. And then when I bring it into my timeline, just so that it's not too, confusing up here in the preview window, then that's when I'll actually mark off a second beat, which might be a snare or a hi-hat or cymbal or an event, a climatic event in the track. So let's go ahead on and start and mark off our beat. This part of the process is just gonna last however long the song lasts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. See, on that one, every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. See, when you get good at it, you ain't gotta look at it, just kind of go. So this is gonna be the pace and the vibe, which is gonna be a chill, mellow vibe for the whole video. See, I already hear where my next beat is gonna come in at when I bring it into the timeline. See, this is when I start getting hype about my video. When I start marking the beat off, because I'm starting to think about other things I can do, like title cards, B-roll. So now, if you notice, no markings showed up on this, right? Because that wasn't the actual source of the audio that I was just marking. I double clicked on this. See how when I hover over it, you can see all of the markings. You can see all of the markings. So watch this. When I do that now, all those markings are there. Had I marked the other one while it was in the timeline, all the markings will disappear. So that's why I say you want to mark it while it's actually inside of your media pool, so that when you bring it in, you won't lose it. So now what I was saying about I'll be able to extend the length of this song, to give it more time or whatever, because this song is only like, let me see how long it is. I'm gonna move my playhead all the way to the end of the song. So that song is only 1 minute and 56 seconds. But this video, or at least the clip I have, is 38 minutes and 20 seconds. So now, how do you extend that song for the whole video? I'm gonna let this play all the way till the beat kicks in, so we can kind of see where we get at the beginning of the melody, and then right when we get to the end of that first melody, we'll make sure that we cut right there. Because as long as we marked it on beat good enough, we'll be able to cut that section out and we can duplicate it. So now it'll be like looping that one particular section. So now we're going to take a whole lot of those. And what you'll find is that you can actually build a whole brand new song just from cutting out those areas of the melody, because you got a beginning part of the melody and an end part of the melody, and then a brand new beginning. So you can take these songs, you can kind of chop them up and mix them how you want, but we're just going to do it enough to where we can be able to create almost a whole brand new song. So let's see where we can kind of go, just to show this to you, and then filmmaking, photography, we're gonna go back. You just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is gonna and will cut. So right there, that's gonna be my very first cut. I'm gonna go Command B, and then when I go Command B, that's where it's gonna start up, and we'll be able to see before it returns back to that beginning part of the melody. So let's check that out. Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out just a little bit. All right. Added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is, see, now it's getting ready to start over. Boom, right there. So that's where it gets ready to start over. So now I'm going to cut it again right there. I can take this and move it down. And what you'll see is when I duplicate that, and we covered how to duplicate in the other video, but just again is Option and hold the Option key down and just drag that part that you have selected. That'll duplicate it. So now watch what I'm saying. Boom. See it started right there with it. All right, we still going. It's finna start over again. Boom. Okay, so now you saw how they had that double beat. Let's just zoom in there, because that could mean that either we didn't cut it close enough or we didn't put it on there close enough. So you see how that is. Let's just move this over here. Now let's see. All right, I'm gonna make this right there, and we're gonna move this right here. This is just trimming it up. But if you do a good job on marking your beat off to begin with, and it's really kind of hard to see up there, but that's it. Boom. See how clean that is? You don't have to worry about that happening all the time, but once you get it done, you got it done. So now we know that for this particular one, that's just what it is. So we've already listened to it here. So now every time we copy it, we'll always have that. So this is the same part of that song, except now, this is the same part of the song, except now it's duplicated. That's all. So it's gonna go into the very same part again, clean. See that? You can't even tell. And that's pretty much what we would do. I could literally take this. Well, here, let's do it right now. I'll take that. There we go. It's the Option key, hold and drag, and that's how you duplicate anything in DaVinci Resolve. So let's see how well it hits right here. See if we gotta do anything else. Boom. There you go. Clean as a whistle. Now, since we've done that, watch this. And we don't want to just keep doing that, because then it'll just be that way, even though it won't even really be as loud enough to hear. But now I just duplicated those two. So, I mean, I just selected both of those. Now I'm going to do Option, drag, and I'm going to keep going. All right. So you see, I'm just adding more and more to this song, and it's the same deal. So we can make this as long as we want. We can extend this song out as long as we want. All we're doing is, we're just extending the song pretty much. Boom. Now I don't want to just keep it on that particular part. So I'll choose another section where I have it marked off at, and I'll do the exact same thing a couple of times. But this extends this part out. Like I said, we've got 40 minutes. So if somebody hears this right here just over and over and over again, they really won't kind of notice it, but it'll allow us to have not only consistency in our cut and also the music but we can make this song last as long as we need for it to last. So I'm gonna leave that right there because of course I will be kind of fine tuning this deal. But right now we've got some other things that we need to do. This over here, the auto track selector. If you were to delete some of these, it's gonna make an adjustment on all the other ones whenever you have this on, because what it's trying to do is keep your tracks consistent with your cuts. I'm gonna hold down the shift key and I'm gonna tap on this right here that automatically turns those off. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for my video tracks. I'm gonna hold the shift key down, I'm gonna click right there, and it's gonna do the same thing. All right, now I'm gonna do shift Z to do a zoom all for the entire screen. And now we're getting ready to get into some editing. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take all my audio that we just did, I'm gonna pull it down here just to get it out of the way. All right, because what we need to do now is start cutting up our actual video. So the goal for this particular stream is to both get our audio selected and then also get our video cut into like a final revision of the cuts before we even add the audio. But to get that audio over and done is something I always like to do. That kind of puts me in the mood of knowing exactly what it is that I have. So now turn my mute off. Let's get ready to go in on some of this cutting, kind of see how we're gonna do. I'm gonna click on my media pool, then I'm gonna click on my effects so I can give us a little more real estate, a little more area to work with. Then I'm gonna zoom in some. How do we zoom in? Option and the wheel mouse. The mouse wheel in the middle. Now, how do we make the track on the video or the audio taller, shorter? By holding the shift button down and moving that mouse wheel in and out. You know, zooming in and out. Same thing for the video. Okay, that'll give you a little more real estate. So you can see now where the actual breaks are in the video that I shot. I just kind of went straight through. I only did this one recording because this video is just gonna kind of go. You know what, as a matter of fact, let me check my chat real quick. Hey, we got some viewers, huh? Trina, hey, Feach. All right. So, all right. So we've got a video on this top track. We've got our audio over to the side, but right now we're just gonna focus on the video. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content, and this is just pure straight out of camera. On the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but so now we can use our playhead. Come to where we see now. You see that little spike, that little spike right there. What that is a break and then something abrupt. Let's see what we did. Probably a clap. Well, no, that's me clearing my throat. But there's nothing being said. So let's kind of see where I stop talking. So see, those things are very important because just with light stands, diffusion, and some blackout material and clamps, I promise you can take your cell phone, begin to work on and adjust your exposure and your composition, and bam, you got a shot. So that's where I would stop at. I'm gonna hit the letter M on my keyboard. It's gonna mark right there. So that's gonna tell me where that first point of cut is. I'm getting ready to bring everything back into view. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna unlink these two. Because right now the video is linked together with the audio. If you do a right click, you can click on here where it says link clips and click anywhere on the screen that separates the audio and the video. So now I'm gonna click on that video track, hold down my option. I'm gonna drag up. So now that just gave me what I'm gonna call my B camera. I'm even gonna come over here when I'm gonna say A cam. Then I'm gonna say B cam. And really what it is that we're going to do is I'm just going to, because I shot this in 4K. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do a zoom in so that I can be able to vary my shot. We'll say 1.75. All right. So now, whenever I'm cutting on the beat, it'll go from a wide shot to a close up. Wide shot to a close up. So that's pretty much how we're going to do that. Now what I'm going to do is, and I'm just going to use those two as a way to vary. I could use three, but I don't really want to use three. So I'm going to go wide shot, close up, because I will be using other B-roll in this video to help tell the story. Probably we use a lot of static images. We don't need to be super creative with doing motion shots or shots with movement to tell the story of what we're doing in this video. So it'll probably be screen grabs, things that actually show these pieces of equipment. And I have quite a bit of that equipment that I'm talking about in here. So, and again, this video is me talking to an audience of people who want to create content. And if you have any way of being able to capture your content, whether it be by cell phone or a starter camera or whatever, you can be able to use this program to do your editing. So we're showing you how to set up your edits, and we're showing you how to actually cut your clips and how to keep it aligned with music, because your videos just be better with sound and music. So we'll do that. So now we've got an A cam. Even though we only shot one, we've got A cam footage, and then we've got our B cam footage. So we're going to say our A cam footage is our wide shot, which is right here, and then I'm going to enable that. That's our B cam footage. So now I'm going to link all three of these back together, just so that it'll be easier for me to manage, because I don't want to go through and do a whole lot to an individual clip and then have to go back and redo it to that same other clip. I'll have to move a lot of stuff. Now when I cut, it's going to cut through everything all at once. All right. So now for option, the middle mouse button, then I'm going to go shift, the middle mouse button, give us a little more real estate. That's my mouse clicking on something. And then right here was that very first area. So I'm going to do Command B. That's going to give me a cut. I'm going to move it over to here. Let's see how much we can keep. Okay, now, so going in. All right, let's see. Got to come back through. I don't want to keep that okay now in there. I'm going to take that out. And all of that we don't want. Okay, now. So now I'm going to highlight it, Command B, or, I'm not going to even say Command B. Right here, I didn't say this the last one because I'm so used to using my shortcut, but this is the razor blade tool right here. You take the razor blade tool and put it right there. It'll snap to where your playhead is, and bam, you can cut that, and then you can hit the delete key on your keyboard. Also, I'm going to go ahead and turn these back on, and you'll see what I was talking about. What happens when you make a change and these things are still on there. So when I delete this, the rest of the clip is going to automatically snap over to the other side. All right. So now if you want to keep that out, well, it should have, but okay, no, I didn't. So now I'm going to now bring that over. And so let's put them together and see what they sound like now. Begin to work on and adjust your exposure and your composition, and bam, you got a shot. So going in a little bit more. So you see right there, it went right from one, and we cut out all that dead space. We cut out the whole ooh, ah, now, and all of that, because those are fumbles. I call those fumbles. So now, watch this. And bam, you got a shot. So then it goes to the next shot. All right. So this is what we do when we're editing. Like I said, we're gonna keep this thing going like this. I'm not getting ready to speed up the video because it's live, and so you just kind of got to sit with me because this is going to be my actual first cut. All right. Everywhere I see a dead space is where I'm gonna. You can get some basic. So sometimes when I do that, That's a short one.
You can get some
That's just a little regular motion. That's not a fumble. Now, when you see me moving in and out, I'm just holding down that Alt button. I mean that Option button, or Alt if you're on Windows, and using the middle mouse button.
That have like that black matte finish. They need to be strong enough to be able to support using a boom arm where you can put.
And you can move this around just with your middle mouse button. Just hold it down and pull it to where you need for it to go.
Add some diffusion, but you don't want to get your stand in frame because it's so close. You gotta have something that will extend.
We're looking for spots. Okay, so here's a spot right here. We'll go ahead and come on all the way down to here. And let's see what we got. Yeah, that whole I say a lot too. We're gonna cut that out. So I'm gonna zoom in some so I can make sure that I can see as much of the graph as possible. That way I can make sure I don't cut out an actual word and then look up and be like, man, you missed a word, you know. Here we go. Say right there. You can also use your arrow key to move over one frame at a time. All right, I'm gonna come here. I use Command B, but I showed you what a razor blade tool was, which is right here. And I'm gonna come back over here. Let's see, how did I start?
Microphone stands. That's another stand that you.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna right here. Same deal. Command B to make that cut. Delete that part out, and then it snaps right along to the edge of the next one. Okay, now let's see how that sounds going from one to the next. You just want to kill the dead space and any mistakes.
Over somewhere else and have that arm extended out, and as long as you have your C-stand set up properly, you'll be good to go. Microphone stands.
See that? We're right from one section to the next, and we're just kind of trimming it down. Remember, we started out with about 40 minutes. And we're going to trim it down as much as we can without cutting out important information. So when I see little gaps in here, that doesn't show me consistent verbiage. So let's see what we got.
Great audio.
There go another And sometimes the might work, you know. I don't want it right here. So I'm going to get right there. And I'm going to cut it. Come over here. Let's see. Do I start talking here or what?
Clamps. You have your.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna put that right there. We go right into clamps. All right. Let's see. I need to see why this thing is not. Must be a change because when you have these enabled, shoot, I already know. DaVinci say we got a snap, we got a link. Bam. Let's see. Okay. No, that ain't it. And I remember I used to hate that because as soon as I delete something, everything would just be gone. But now we good to go. Just gonna keep on working on it. All right. So let's see what we got.
Clamps. You have your regular hand clamps. You've got C clamps. You also have your duckbill clamps. And these things are going to be good for, once again, being able to help you with some of your bounce boards.
Here's a little space, but we'll see.
Or an insulation board. But these are things that you're going to need because they help you when you don't.
Okay, here's a major cut. I think I'm gonna just go through, try to find all the major breaks. Right there. Right there. All right. Out. Let's go. Keep on going. Let's find them. Let's find them. I know they're in there. Because when it's time to stop, it's time to stop. I mainly stop when I'm shooting like that, just kind of gather my thoughts, you know, before I get ready to go on to something else. The next thing. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's say, wait a minute, hold up. All right. Oh, cut that. Come over here. All right. Cut that. I must have done something to turn that ripple delete off because it's sure not rippling. side. Oh, I think I know why. Sorry though. Good deal. I'm gonna leave it like that. I ain't finna confuse nobody. See what we got here.
It's always about the gear, and so I'm gonna help you to make some good decisions on the play with. Because
yeah, see that needs to be out of there too. Okay.
item to play with.
Yeah, look, I might have started and completely left out.
It is your creation.
All right. Look up something real quick. Here. I guess that's something a little different doing it on the actual MacBook.
You probably the mic that's on all of 5, 6, and you understand both of these. And to get in both software, you can make either still get pilot studio sound.
Okay.
Studio sound.
All right. And you can also do this by just using your keyboard shortcuts, like right here. I'm using L. I'm gonna use J to rewind. Pause with the space bar. Pause again. I mean, play again. And I can use my arrow keys here, so you can literally do this without, without actually having your mouse in hand. So steady going. Looking for big breaks. Looking for big breaks. You go one here and start right about here and see what happens.
But you've got a $5 image.
Okay, gonna cut that. We're gonna come right here and see what's a $5 image.
You've got.
All right, there we go. See, I create a shortcut on my deal where it'll ripple delete to the left end or ripple delete to the right end. I can show you how to do that, but we'll do that in a different video so we can kind of keep it going. But my shortcut key is A and S. So S will delete whatever's in the middle or get to a spot, and then after that, it'll erase everything else. That's just something I put in there. Like I'm gonna cut this right now with my C shortcut, and when I come right here, let's see what this is. Okay, that's just me looking.
And so with that being said, just always know this.
All right, so I can come back here, bam, hit that, and I just hit the A. So see, I just erased all of that without having to go through and do any deleting. Do the same thing here. Oh, put that back. Okay, there we go. Glad I realized that I lost a lot of stuff.
So now,
all right, hit that, erase that, keep it moving. People, let's just keep on moving. All right, keep on coming down,
ambient space feel that you can actually see.
Yeah, that's a big pause. Nothing. I don't know what I was. I don't know. Maybe I was gathering my thoughts real quick. Let's see. All right, got that deleted and trimmed. See if we see any other big gaps. Hey, there goes a spike.
And what?
Okay.
Going to try to depict and what? Try to depict.
Okay, we're gonna cut that right there. It's a clap. Do that clap, you'll be able to, see or match it up with another camera if that's what it is, or just be able to see in the editing. That kind of lets me know, hey, I'm gonna talk about something right here. Just gotta be consistent with that.
Either you're doing a replication of, either you're doing.
I'm gonna say C. Come over here right before I say a replication. We will delete that. Watch this.
Either you're doing a replication of natural lighting, you know, which is where you can get your quote unquote.
I'll fine tune that as well. Let's see. Gonna keep on going. It's a long video, but it's all right.
Drama scene should be to show me what this. To show me, he's not trying to use that to show me what this drama scene should be.
Okay, that'd be a good place for some B-roll.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going. Keep going. All right, here go another big gap. Start right here.
Transferable from me to you, and that's what it needs to be. Now, transferable from me to you, and that's what it needs to be.
Okay, I can go ahead and cut right there, and then let's see how we get here.
So again, you can do creative lighting set.
Okay. Select it. Ripple delete. Now, again, like I said, I'm using a shortcut right now that's allowing me to quickly delete and move that track over to that side. So, but for right now, I wouldn't even worry about it. You know, go ahead and learn how to do it the right way, so that when you do the shortcut, you'll know what you're doing. And then, if you would ever have to get on another computer and start editing, you won't be like, hey, how do I do such and such? So I see right now this battery is getting ready to go out, so I'm going to pause real quick, change the battery on top of the camera, then I'm gonna get right back at it. How about that? So I'll be right back. Be right back in a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, I saw that old battery started. It was like, hey, no mas, no mas. So get back on it, get back into it. All right, there we go. Okay, so now here go another big spot.
Get into it for your photography.
All right, gonna cut there. Let's see what the other. Oh, I have to.
So one of the things you
Right.
was so
I don't like sometimes I don't like taking it out because I think it also kind of helps the flow of conversation. I mean, you know, we're not doing thesis here. Regular folks. I'm gonna leave that soul in there. Get off of there. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Actual frame rate is, okay? As whatever your actual frame, or take it away, but you want to have that twice as fast as whatever your actual.
Okay, we'll cut it right there. Like I drew a blank. Yeah, he draw a blank. I remember that. Come here, just rippling, deleting. See
Frame
rippling.
rate is, okay? So your shutter speed needs to be twice the actual frame rate. So if you're shooting at 24 frames a second, you want to make your shutter speed at 50. If you're shooting at 60 frames a second, you want to make your shutter speed at 120, or about as close as your camera will allow you to get. But that's going to quickly allow you to be able to add contrast or decontrast your scene as well in terms of your exposure. So if you're doing photography, then you can use that to your advantage. But if you're doing video, you still have some more things to do.
You know what? One of the things real quick I'm gonna mention here, because I just realized that I'm like, man, I look close up, my head is chopped off. This is the actual close up shot. So remember that these shots, let me unlink them. Yeah, let me unlink them. That way I'm gonna unlink them, and I'm gonna disable the top one so you can be able to see the full shot. I'll still be able to edit and everything, but the one that you'll see, it's like whichever one is on top, that's what you'll see. And if this is smaller, I mean larger than whatever's on the bottom, or if it's the same size, you're gonna see what's on top. So how can you see something different? I'll tell you what I'll do, just to kind of show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna copy that one up, and then I'm gonna bring it down like this. See that? So now it's still on top, and you can see what's under the bottom, because these are the actual video tracks. They're just in layers. I mean, you can duplicate that thing forever and ever and ever. You can even add music to it and make it go just like that as a special effect. But yeah, so I just wanted to be able to point that out, because I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to confuse you. I'll make you think I was going to be using that particular shot the whole time. So now we come back, but man, look, we're almost to the end. We're doing this quick cut. So now let's keep going. Coming all the way down to here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more so I can be able to really see if there is. Keep hitting that full screen, but I'm gonna zoom in so I can really see, kind of get close to wherever the big pauses are. Let's see
what I need for it to be so that you can see me while I give you this information.
But see, down.
So now,
all right. Hey, on my keyboard. We'll go ahead and link these back up again. Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to link it back up again, because I don't want to have to unlink 35 extra sessions. Let's see real quick. We're going to keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. All right. Keep on going. Man, I was really talking. Yeah. But I really feel some kind of way about this particular part of the process. So,
capture cards, you've got HDMI, you good to go.
all right. Once again, there.
As far as learning,
There we go.
As far as learning, find a reputable online 24-hour access lifetime membership training class. something that's structured. It doesn't have to be the biggest
Okay.
piece of
Come on down this here way. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when I really go through and do a pretty thorough edit, I mean, it could take a few hours, but I'm gonna take you through this part of the process. But I will have to go in and fine tune. But I wanted this to be that section where we can be able to do this part together. So hopefully, not only are you watching me to do this, but you'll take your footage that you have, and then you'll go ahead and practice. Go ahead and practice. All right. Yeah, you go ahead and practice it. I mean, that's pretty much the only way. I mean, it's tedious work, but it's kind of one of them deals where when you like it, it don't really matter. Let me see how this flows.
Happen to you at this stage of the game for many years from now. You're just gonna keep on leveling up, and when you put it all together,
there we go. See, that's a nice little break. We done made it to the end. All right, let's see what we got here.
Money, there's a discussion to be had because there's levels that you have to go through. So let's shortcut that process for you. Hit the subscribe.
Okay, there we go.
Like to see
yeah. If you're watching and you're enjoying this content, please hit that subscribe button. And I've been doing this doggone YouTube thing for years, and I always get to a point where I just kind of stop because it's like I'm working now. But hey, I enjoy doing it, and I'm just like, man, every time me and my boy Beach get on the horn and we start talking about all these different things that we've learned, and it's like, man, there's so many different things that I would do today that I didn't know to do 5-6 years ago that would have, number one, saved a lot of money, saved a lot of mental strife, and it's like, I'm gonna say there's probably more people that are jumping in to begin this kind of work than there are people that actually exist that are consistently doing this kind of work, if that makes any sense. So I think this audience is probably going to be a forever audience, So if I can become that resource, that's what we want to do. There's a lot of people who may have something that hits quick, and they need to be able to jump in and quickly be able to do something because they just may not have the resources or the knowledge of someone else that knows how to do it. And if you can come into this playlist, find out how to take footage that you shot and put it into this program, throw some music with it, learn how to cut it correctly, or with your taste, maybe throw some effects or some titling and stuff, and that'll just help. It'll just help the process for you. I mean, it is tedious work, but for me, it's a labor of love because I just love what I do. This is something I've been doing at some level for a long, long time. I'll just say that. So we've gone down from, so we just shaved 6 minutes off of this video. And what I can tell you is this, as you go on, let me go ahead and let me enable these again. Okay, so what I can tell you is this: as you go on in the editing process and you begin to do it with your music, you'll kind of begin to go by feel. That's the first thing. You'll kind of begin to go by feel. In the last video, what I did was I showed you how you can be able to vary your shot selection just so that you can be able to add interest to your video. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. You can do a slow push in zoom effect using your keyframes on different individuals to kind of add some movement in there, just so that, again, like your viewer there, you can continuously engage them by doing different things that'll make them have to keep up, pay attention. You can do some quick zooms. You can do some, in a video like this, there's no need to be doing quick zooms. Anything I do in here is going to be kind of slow, just to kind of keep the pace, keep the vibe of the atmosphere of the shot as well as of the presenter. And I'm a pretty chill, laid back type cat, so my music vibe is going to be like that. Now, if I was filming some athletes running around, it'd be a different deal. But now that I've done that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna delete. Let's see here. I'm gonna delete everything on that top row. I'm gonna link and I'm gonna unlink them. I'm just gonna delete all of that. Why? Don't really need it. Because when I cut, I'm gonna make individual decisions based on how I get to a part in this video where I want to emphasize something. And if I want to emphasize it right then and there, then I'll go ahead and copy that particular clip up. And once I copy that clip up, then I may do a zoom factor on there, and I'll determine how I want it to zoom. Is it going to be a hard cut, which is basically going from one cut to the next, no transition, no smoothness or anything like that, or do I want to do like a slow push in zoom? It just gonna kind of depends. And so the music is going to help to determine that, and also, like I say, the mood and vibe that you want in your video is going to help to kind of determine that. So now we've got this thing cut up. It says it's 34 minutes, 37 seconds. I can almost promise you that we're going to have to cut even more. And so why do I say that? I say that because we didn't really put a fine tooth comb on it. There's probably quite a few times where I had to go in and be like, okay, because I only did one take on it and just basically shot straight through. So there's probably times where I literally may have repeated something just because I felt like I didn't say it good the first time and that I needed to redo it. So I need to go through and make sure that I find all of those so that I can replace them or remove them to make sure that the flow of the video is the way that it needs to be, and not get in after I finish doing it and realize, oh man, I repeated that way back in here. So this is all just part of the actual editing process. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just kind of what it is. But now that I've just removed all of the dead spots, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my music back over here, because we're gonna begin to get kind of close. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna bring it over there. I'm just gonna bring it over here so I can zoom in all the way. And I'm gonna go back through. So I wanna going through here is it's gonna be a deal of the video is 32 minutes. So I think what I'll do is I'll stop the video now. That way you can be able to pull your video in and you can take the time you need to trim your video up, as well as kind of make sure you got your right music, and just make sure you pull out all your dead spots, pull out all the ums and or any stutters or any blank empty moments that you have, because sometimes it happens. You talk for 30 minutes, you're bound to stop at some point, so you can cut all that out right here in video. As a matter of fact, I think I'm not gonna stop the video. I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing all my trimming, and I'll keep it going. And once I'm finished, then I'll go ahead and start doing I think I'll wait for my audio, but you can kind of watch my process, and I'll keep checking back and see if you have any questions about what I'm doing, if you have any comments. So feel free to just hang out. I'm just gonna go into work mode, and I'll chime in whenever you got a question or something. I'll still kind of talk it out. It's maybe not as detailed in the talking, just gonna work. So yeah, look, if you got a question, feel free to put it in the chat. And I'll just kind of, like I said, I'll just kind of keep coming back to check on it. I think I'm gonna throw my phone up so I can see if you have a question or if anybody has anything to say. And hey, if you see something that I'm doing, then hey, also feel free to say, hey man, you might can do that a little easier. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay. And you know what? I've got some real good friends, some real good places. You know, some of this music that you're gonna hear, it is some of my friends. You know, some of my people that they graciously, you know, voluntold, gave me some tracks to use during my lives, and just tracks I've used on projects that we've actually worked on together and be able to put out there. So enjoy that. I'm gonna have to put them. I'm gonna put them in the description so you can be able to go and follow me. If you enjoy the music, let me know. Like J Rebel L out of Las Vegas, Lionel Mitchell, J Rebel L. Got my boy Alibi Ranks out of Houston, Texas. Shalel Monet out of Houston, Texas. Tree G Music out of Houston, Texas. My boy Deep Player Music out of Houston, Texas. So, yeah, enjoy that. Be ready, just work. There we go. Yeah, we can't do that while I'm editing. All right. Yeah.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just happen to stumble on the best video you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is don't go out and buy a fancy brand new camera. It's just not going to serve you well right now because you don't know enough to be able to get out there and actually use the camera. What I'm going to say is begin to work on things like exposure, begin to work on things like composition, begin to work on things like light, shade, shadow, begin to understand those things because that's going to come into play. Those are going to be the things that you end up spending so much time on trying to get perfect for some image that inspired you to want to do this thing that you'll have time to be able to master those on a camera that you have to really learn. Now, light stands. I don't mean like two light stands. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 light stands. Why light stands, JT? Well, imagine that you begin to and you just hang something up. Put something on the wall, tape it to the wall, or have somebody stand up and hold it for you. That's just not going to make you productive. So I'm going to tell you, you need light stands. You need diffuser. You need black They can be black sheets, it can be black felt, it can be blackout curtains, but you need some black material. Why do you need black material? That's going to help you to be able to control the light. That's going to be able to help you to add more shadow. That's going to be able to help you to block off light that you don't want. So a lot of these different images that you see that get you motivated and hyped to want to recreate, you got to be able to go in and control these different environments. And so one of the ways you can do that is by using diffusion and
yeah, see, I heard a hiccup in there. You don't want to be duplicating. There we go. I'm just using my shortcut keys. See,
you've got to be able to go in and control these different environments.
All right. Who was doing that? Oh, that's right. I forgot I got this magic keyboard. See, I'm usually on my actual what's it called, my external keyboard. I'm just using the keyboard on the MacBook. Let's see.
Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience I've gotten here over the last few years. The first begin to work on things like composition, begin to work on things like light, shade, shadow, begin to understand.
Here we go.
And these black flags. You need clamps. The flags are not going to stay up by themselves. The diffusion is not going to stay up by material. They can be flags, they can be black sheets, it can be black felt, it can be blackout curtains, but you need some black material. Why do you need black material? That's going to help you be able to control the light. That's going to be able to help you to add more shadow. That's going to be able to help you to block off light that you don't want. So a lot of these different images that you see that get you motivated and hyped to want to recreate, you got to be able to go in and control these different environments. And so one of the ways you can do
that's where it was at. Okay. Control these different. All right. There go a cut.
and control these different environments. Be able to go in and control.
See how good we got that.
Create. You've got to be able to go in and control these different
okay. Oh. There we go. Run it back again.
I promise you, you can take your cell phone.
Wait a minute, where in the world did I? Have to zoom all the way back out. That's the thing about working on this little small MacBook screen. It's a 16-inch screen, but I'm usually working on 44-inch, so but the stream won't work for me. Let me see. Say, okay, I had to find where that last cut was. Let's see what I can see. And where's that cut happening? Is it over here? I think it's right here.
Motivated and hyped to want to recreate. You've got to be able to go in and control these different environments.
Okay, so control these different. I'm gonna mark. I'm gonna put an M right here so I can mark right there, so that way I don't have to worry about losing it again. Use that mark. Use that mark. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Go in and control these different.
Okay, so we know this right here is where it say these. So I'm gonna oh shoot. Okay, there we go. Now come on. We're going to delete that. Now we just need to get to the end where it say these. Now I can zoom on it. Let's see.
And control these different. You've got to be able to go in and control these.
Okay, it's starting right about here. Mark that. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Control these.
You've got to be able to go in and control these different environments. To go in and control these different environments. Go in and control these different. Go in and control these different environments.
Wait a minute, no. We deleted the whole thing. All right.
These different these and control these different and control and control these different environments. And so
There we go. All right.
So one of the ways you
Let's
can
go.
do that is by using diffusion and flags. Flags can begin to get expensive because they come with other things, but black sheets and blackout curtains aren't very expensive. But even if you have that, you gotta have
And zoom out.
clamps.
Remove this dead space right here. Let's see how it works.
And these black flags. You need clamps.
Okay. There we go. Come back over a couple of frames. Cut that out. Right. Okay. Let's see.
You need clamps. The flags are not going to stay up by themselves. The diffusion is not going to stay up by themselves. You need clamps. There's several different types. Soft light. It's what allows you to be able to have, split toning where there's going to be shadow and light on one side, but there's no hard edge defined line. That allows you to have a more smooth transition from light. Transition from light to shadow. That's what diffusion is going to be. And then the more diffusion you have, the softer you can actually make that light. And it's going to all be personal preference, But you have a client that says, man, that light looks really hard and bright. How you throw some diffusion and you're good to go. But again, if you don't have a light stand and if you don't have clamps, then you don't have any way of being able to put this diffusion up to block the light. So see, those things are very important because just with light stands, diffusion, and some blackout material and clamps, I promise you, you can take your cell phone, begin to work on it and adjust your exposure and your composition, and bam, you got a shot. So going in a little bit more on the stands, you can get some.
So yeah, you see all those cuts we made earlier. That just kind of helps. This is more fine tuning our cut because we're keeping all the content. We want to make sure we don't have any doubles. It's all general information.
You're trying to add some diffusion, but you don't want to get your stand in frame because it's so close. You got to have something that will extend that diffusion out, or extend that black material, or extend that black flag out. And so you need to be able to have something like that where you can be able to move around. You can put a light in front of it and be able to make some adjustments. And so I'll have some links in the description that will show you some of these. And you're probably seeing some of them pop up on the screen now. But those are some different stand attachments that you need. Some different attachments that you need. Those are some different attachments that you need for your light stand.
There you go. Double repeat.
The screen now, but those are some different stand attachments that you need. Some different attachments that you need. Those are.
Yeah, I see the fumble. So we're about to recover. All right, let's see.
On the screen now, but those are.
Okay. Okay, right there. I'm looking at the waveform. Cut that. Right there. Cut it.
Those are some different stand attachments that you need. Some different attachments that you need.
Okay, come right here where I restarted. And then I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to ripple, delete to the end. Now let's try it. Let's run it.
So I'll have some links in the description that will show you some of these, and you're probably seeing some of them pop up on the screen now. But those are some different attachments that you need.
So let me tell you what I just did. I mean, pretty much. Oh, did the camera go out? Nah, I couldn't have. Brand new battery. So let me tell you what I just did. So basically, I'm going to the end of, like, if I did a repeat, or let's say I said something, stumbled over it, and I know that I stumbled over it, and I decided I was going to just repeat it. When you come back and catch this, you can go to where you ended the last word, and then go to where that word should carry over to the next one. Then you can use your arrow key to just kind of fine tune where you begin and where you start, where you begin and where you end at. Then you can cut that and remove the unwanted part. When you put them back together, it should go over like that last word you said to the first word, and it should flow. I mean, that's just part of editing. So that's what this fine tuning is doing right now. We just want to find those spots. And as we continue to make progress, we already got quite a few of those dead spots or those big gaps taken out or removed. And like I said, that was pretty much where I would have just restarted recording. So we'll keep going.
For your light stand, you can also get a C-stand. The C-stand is going to probably be one of your more versatile stands as far as being able to have both light and heavy material. You can use your C-stand to put diffusion, to put bounce boards, to also be able to hang lights and cameras and microphones or whatever else you need. It allows you to put heavy things in the air. You put a sandbag on top of it, on top of the tallest leg, and then you're good to go. It'll just stay there. You can also be able to have your C-stand over somewhere else and have that arm extended out. And as long as you have your C-stand set up properly, you'll be good to go. Microphone stands. That's another stand that you'll need, because if you get a boom mic, you need to be able to boom that microphone over. So you'll need a stand that's strong enough to be able to support it. Okay, because if you're doing this thing on your own, you still want to be able to have great audio. Clamps. You have your regular hand clamps. You've got your C clamps. You also have your duckbill clamps. And these things are going to be good for, once again, being able to help you with some of your bounce boards, which can be just a foam board or an insulation board. But these are things you're going to need because they help you when you don't have enough light. You can be able to use those to bounce and aim and angle light onto your subject or in an area where you're trying to just show more light. Then there are clamps that you can be able to put on the top of your stands. They will also have the little clamp head on the end. You can be able to put a board up underneath that, or you can be able to use it to clamp your 5-in-1 reflector. Your 5-in-1 reflectors will also have a negative field side. It'll have a diffusion side. It'll also have bounce board side. It'll also have a white color reflector, and it'll also have a tungsten color reflector. So the 5-in-1 reflectors will help you to get not only a bounce board, diffusion, and negative field, but it'll also...
Yeah, we're just talking about that gear that you need, before you get a camera that nobody ever tells you about. You typically find out, I mean, it's just kind of more information about the video, but you typically find out a lot of these different things that you need when you arrive on set and you realize, man, why can't I get such and such and such and such? And you start trying to rig up some stuff to make it do what it is that it's supposed to do. But really, I'm glad to put it out there. That's all I'm saying is I'm glad to put it out there. I hope somebody sees it and they're able to use it and benefit from it. I really am.
So yeah, the stands, like I said, those stands are so critical. It's unreal. It's nothing like showing up on set and you've got some lights or you've got some diffusion, but you've only bought 3 or 4 stands. It's like, man, I've got a key light here, I've got a backlight over here, and I've got a bounce board over here, and now I'm out of stands. There's no feeling that's worse in the world, because you begin to look around like, okay, where can I prop something up? So not only does it not look professional, but it also is very ineffective, and it doesn't give you the mobility nor the freedom to be able to move around your set the way that you need to. Now, that brings me to my next item, which is rollers. Add some rollers. For every stand you have, you don't have to have rollers, but for your C stands, you want to have a roller. For your stands where you're going to have big lights, you probably want to have a roller. If you want to be able to quickly and easily move around diffusion, it makes it very easy for you to move things around. And in this game, time is money, money is time. And so you want to make sure that you're not having to pick things up and be careful and cautious all the time while you're on set, because it makes you less efficient. Okay. Now, I'm telling you these things because when I first started, these were not the things that were put out there that you really need to have as a beginner. These were things that I just kind of figured out, man, this just made my life so much easier. And also, these are things that I figured out that, people don't really push these things. This is some stuff that is often just left in the gray area of instruction when they're trying to sell products. What good does it do you to have a $10,000 camera, but you don't have anything to block off the light coming in from the window? You don't have anything to soften the light that comes in from the window. So that result that you're enjoying, that you like to see, is not going to be the same, because the shot is different, the angle is different, and the light that's coming in is just different. They say, well, man, I can just do natural light. Okay, that's fine, but you still need to be able to control it, because 30 minutes after you start shooting, the natural light is going to move, and so you need to be able to move with it. So these are some of the things that they often go unspoken, they go unmentioned, because it's always about the gear. And so I'm going to help you to make some good decisions on the gear you should be looking at, and not so much as the gear that'll just be exciting to play with, because ultimately those customers, they don't really care about how fancy you do. It might look fancy, but they want what's going to be on the other side, and that is your creation. Now, the next thing I'm going to jump over into is audio. Look, if you're just starting out with your cell phone, guess what? You've got a pretty decent mic already. The mic that's on the iPhone is great. The mic that's on Android is great. There are also some $5, $6, $7 options that you can get for wireless lapel mic for both of these. And with the new AI tools that you get in most editing softwares, you can eliminate any background noise and still be able to get a high quality professional studio sound. With the different mics that I would recommend, if you're going to be outside, you're going to be mobile, I'm definitely going to say go with a wireless lapel mic setup. There's also being able to use your iPhone or your Android. There's usually a wireless Bluetooth mic setup that when you plug the transmitter into the phone, you can also be able to use the actual mic bud and clip it onto your shirt or underneath your shirt and be able to get great audio, especially when you take it back in post and do noise reduction on it. You're going to get a pretty clean sound, and it's going to be extremely budget friendly because right now, what good does it do for you to have $10,000 studio mic setup, but you've got a $5 image? So you've got your lapel mics, you've got your boom mics, you've got your USB mics, you've got your audio interface mics, you've got your US audio interface mic setups where you can be able to plug into the computer and also be able to control your inputs as well as things like compression, condensing, mid-tones, high tones, EQs built into them. But again, some of the editing software also has these capabilities. So you've got some learning curve that's going to be ahead of you, but you just don't have to run out of arm and a leg, to be able to get to a certain level right now. There will be time for that. I would always say that the projects begin to dictate some of those needs so that you can be able to transfer some of that cost over to your customers over the long term. And so with that being said, just always know this. People will watch a video that has great audio with bad video quality before they watch a video that has super good video quality but sounds like you're talking on a half-muted telephone dispatch system. I mean, that's just a fact. You got a 30-minute video. Nobody wants to sit there and listen to a video that doesn't have a good audio quality, but they will watch a video that sounds good versus a video that only looks good. So I remember when I was first getting started, one of my mentors, somebody who I really look up to in this game, he said, man, you wouldn't believe it, but right now lights and camera lenses are probably going to be some of your biggest investments, but go with lights first. You really can never have too much light. Think about it. You've already purchased the things that, well, now, since watching this video, you will have already purchased the things that you need in order to control the light. You will have enough diffusion to make your light quality good. You will already have enough negative fill and also black material to be able to control and shape the direction of your light and the intensity of your light and your shade and shadow. You'll have the accessories that you need to be able to move those things around to always be in control. You're also going to have the things that you need in order to give your video good audio quality. So now we just need to look at the actual images themselves. See, this is how you kind of get ahead of the game, because instead of having a camera and then learning how to use all those things to add to your camera, you can just be able to plug and play any camera because you'll have the things that you need in order to make sure that your images are good. Then you can take your cell phone, you can take your actual camera, and you just put it in the hand. You've got your environment set up so that they can give you the looks that you want. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the light.
Okay, yeah, we can take that out. If we can just kind of keep it going, we keep it going. That's a dead spot. That's a fumble on here. That. There we go.
So the next,
see how close we got it.
So that they can give you the looks that you want. So the next thing I'm going to talk about
I like
is lights. There's cheap lights. There's expensive.
Do I mind that I don't want that in there.
It's light.
Yeah. You don't have to have that in there. Tell you what. Triple delete.
Talk about it's lights. There's cheap lights.
There you go. Look at that.
Lights. The lights that you really, really want to have at some point are going to be lights where you can control the color temperature. The main reason being is because when you want to motivate things that, when I say motivate, I'm going to say when you walk into a space, the idea is not going to be to create, a Joker movie environment. The idea is going to be able to create illumination that is going to allow you to have an ambient space feel that you can actually see, that you can replicate, and then also to be able to have light that you can use to make sure that you stands out from its background environment enough that everyone knows that that's the most important thing for us. That's it. We're not going to overcomplicate it. We're going to keep it right there.
Yep. That's it.
So you have one or two lamps. Okay. For every light source, just know that you need a second light source of your own.
Right.
That's kind of my rule. If I am going to try to,
who's that? I see. That's kind of. Let me see.
A second light source of your own.
All right. I'm gonna do 2-3 frames right there. I'm gonna cut this bad boy right there so I can get ready to remove whatever it was I just repeated. I heard it. Okay, let's see.
Of your own. That's kind of my rule. If
okay. See again.
That's kind of my
How about this? Let's see how clean we can get this. All right.
You need a second light source of your own. That's kind of my rule.
One more again.
Of your own.
Okay. See again.
Source of your own. That's kind of my rule.
There we go.
I am going to try to depict. So the next
Got him,
thing we're going
coach.
to talk about is lighting. Now, there are expensive lights and there's also cheap lights. You can use cheap lights and be able to come up with some out of sight shots, whether it be photography, whether it be videography, whether it just be for content creation. I think for beginners, one of the things that we don't think about is that lighting is kind of two to threefold, okay? Either you're doing a replication of natural lighting, which is where you can get your quote unquote cinematic scenes, or you're doing creative lighting. See, in natural lighting, we're trying to figure out a way to be able to recreate the light that you can see with your own two eyes, but also be able to control that light no matter what time of day it is and no matter what the actual environment is. In creative lighting, which is kind of what we see here, it doesn't have to make sense. There's not a lot of places on the planet where when you go outside, the light is going to be as blue as what you see in this super saturated blue light behind me. If you do hop on a spaceship and get out of there, but in a creative lighting scenario, it doesn't really matter. So that was one of the big things that I had to get used to. It's like, you know what, the guy that's doing this YouTube video that I'm watching, that's his creative lighting setup, the presentation of his video. He's not trying to use that to show me what this.
Yeah.
I think that right there alone is. So I did this one just as something really quick to say, I'm going to put this video up and then go because I waited too long and it's taking me longer than it should have for me to even put this video up. In my mind, it needs to be something specific, but no, it doesn't. It just needs to be able to be transferable from me to you, and that's what it needs to be. So again, you can do creative lighting setup and you can do a natural cinematic filmic type setup. Or you can do a setup for individual shots, which is where you get into it for your photography. So one of the things you want to be able to do, and like I said, use that cell phone to work on the beginning stages of learning and understanding your exposure settings. Get an app like the Blackmagic app that will allow you to control your shutter speed, your aperture, and your ISO, so that you can be able to see exactly what making those changes for each one will do. I've got a real quick shortcut for you. Your ISO will control the actual ambient lighting exposure for your scene. The shutter speed is going to allow you to quickly add contrast or take it away, but you're going to have that twice as fast as whatever your actual frame rate is. Okay, so your shutter speed needs to be twice the actual frame rate. So if you're shooting at 24 frames a second, you want to make your shutter speed at 50. If you're so is going to be
Good stuff. Good stuff.
that's your camera sensitivity to light. You can make it either desensitive or you can desensitize it, or you can make it super sensitive. The lower your ISO is, the crisper your image is going to be because you're going to be removing a lot of the digital lighting from that scene. So now, when you are going to be bringing in lights like a key light, once you've got your environment set up and you have the background of your subject at the exposure that you want, bam, flip on that key light. Once you flip on the key light, now your subject is exposed. Then you can begin to see you want your subject to be illuminated within your scene. And my rule is, hey, when I'm looking at it, if my key light is mixing and blending in with my background light, then that's a problem for me. And so I'm going to begin to make the adjustments. Either I'm going to turn it up some on my key light, or I'm going to begin to reduce the exposure on my background. And I can do all that by just turning on one light at a time. I can turn on the backlight, I can turn on the lights that I have that are creating my ambient, or I can increase my exposure in the camera naturally without using my camera light to be able to get the look and feel that I want. And for this particular video, this is what I have. So I've got a little blue light. It's just a little handheld light, and you can get those pretty cheaply. Because I want to light the space, and then I want to light myself. And so now I've got a little handheld pan light over here, and I've got a little handheld pan light over there in the back, and then I've got another little light right behind my head to be able to give you a little backlight so you can kind of see here. And then I have a key light right here. So if I turn this key light off, that shows you what my actual background lighting looks like. And so I want to make sure that I stood out from the background. So my key light is going to be lighter than what my actual background exposure setting is. And that's how we get that look. And again, this is just a creative look. It just needs to be what I need for it to be so that you can see me while I give you this information. So now, there are several different types of lights that you can go out and purchase. You can go get a panel light. You can go and get an LED tube. You can go and get some handheld lights. You can even just use light bulbs. You can use shop lights. You can also go out and get some of your more expensive lights. Some of these lights, they can cost you a couple $1,000s, but you can get some that can cost you a couple $100s or less. I'm going to say the brand doesn't really matter, but I mean, that's, you have to kind of try it out for yourself. I'm not really a brand whore, but I do like good quality lights. So now, you want to get a light that does allow you to be able to change the color temperature of the light. So that way, when you begin to try to match color temperatures with the outside environment for your inside environment, or just matching the color temperature of a lamp or something like that in your scene, because you've gone an extra mile, then you want to have a light that's bicolor. If you get a daylight, then if you get a
Welcome to the grind.
you won't be able to control it, and you have to do other things to be able to match color temperatures.
Get it, JT.
You either have daylight or you'll be able to have tungsten lights. So if I wanted to put a candle right here and make you feel like it was a thing that was illuminating my face, I would have the candle right here in the actual camera frame, but then I'd have this other light that's a little further out that's not in the camera frame, and I'm going to match the color temperature of that candle and put that on my face. That way, the lighting wouldn't be mixed up and it wouldn't be confusing. This candle is actually lighting.
Spin that knowledge. Let's go. Let's go.
But the mind and the brain are going to trick you into believing that that's what the case is. If you have a light that is strong enough and powerful enough to be able to do that. I'm going to say starting off, man, grab you some CTO gels, grab you some CTB gels. CTO is color temperature orange, CTB is color temperature blue. This will allow you to take lights that aren't natively one color temperature and adjust those color temperatures. So those will be color gels. You can buy them cheaply off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for those as well so that you can be able to see just how to be able to do that. There's a lot of different things that you can do before you begin to spend a lot of big money. And if you don't have projects or work that's already coming in that'll help you to afford those, then it just becomes a personal decision.
Got a light out back there. Need to change the battery, but I'm good.
Or you're going to spend the money later and you'll benefit from it because you just have it. But what I'll say is this: when I first started, there was a lot of different products that I purchased on my own, including cameras, that I can say now I just really wasn't ready for. I don't care how many videos you watch. Most of the time, you're just mimicking. It takes a while to get the understanding, and that's just, that's just how it is. That's the reality of it. it does take a little while in order for you to really begin to get to understand how not only these things are used, but the application of them when actually using them. That comes from reps after reps after reps after reps. There's no real shortcut in this process, regardless of what somebody tells you. If you buy this particular thing, that you'll get this particular look. I don't care who it is or how easy they say it is. You can get it that one time in that one scenario, but the environment is completely different, and you're on the clock, and somebody's paying you. Then you're in a bad spot, you know. So that being said, that's going to take me to my last and final thing as far as gear and the progression of it for this particular video. It's going to be the camera. I'm going to say in your camera search for now, get you a camera that can shoot in at least 4K. Because if it shoots in 4K, then there will be an option for you to also shoot in 1080p. And if your camera can shoot 4K at 60 frames a second, that'll be a huge bonus. Not required, but it'll be a huge bonus. The other thing I'm going to say, this is just to make sure that in a year or two, when you begin to really dive into some other things about the filmmaking process, that you'll have that ability, and you won't be in a position to say, man, I don't have that, so I got to go buy a new camera. Is get you a camera that is also a 10-bit camera. There's a lot of stuff that you may not even have been told or even understand right now that is surrounded by, you know, having a 10-bit camera. But when you see things like laws, when you see things like color grading, when you see some of these videos, you know, if your camera doesn't shoot in 10-bit, that basically just means that your camera doesn't have enough of the information that we need.
Yeah, almost there.
Like 3 8-bit camera. You can have a you know, just the not knowing part will get you. Not so much now.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say 10-bit, minimum of 4K. Also,
that's it.
So we're gonna say 10-bit.
Oh, we got some fumbles. Okay.
4K. I'm gonna say 10-bit, minimum of 4K. Also a so we're gonna say 10-bit.
Okay. So we need to mark that off because.
So we're gonna say.
Right there. Cut that. All right.
But I'm gonna say.
See.
But I'm gonna say 10-bit, minimum of 4K.
Got it.
And if you can be able to get 4K at 60 frames a second, even better. Not a requirement, but it would definitely help. And I think most cameras that shoot in 10-bit and have 4K capability, that those cameras will allow you to be able to shoot. Now, with the way the cameras are now, see, 5 years ago, that wasn't the case. You can go buy a camera that'll shoot up to 240 frames a second, and it still wouldn't shoot as high as 4K frames a second. But then you just work with an image that is, you know, it's just a high def image as opposed to an image. And what that'll do is that allows you to be able to push in, pull out without losing your image quality. But the minute if your camera isn't a 4K 60 frames a second camera or 4K 120 frames per second camera, then yeah, you can shoot at the higher frame rates. But if you want to punch in or zoom in, you begin to lose image quality. That's pretty much what it means. So if you can at least do 4K 60 frames a second, you'll be able to shoot in slow motion and be able to do some things in the editing process when it comes to making fancy edits and things like that. It's not required. It's not necessary. If you're just looking at doing, you know, dramatic type film or drama films or, you know, documentary content, you might not even want that. So, because you just want to make sure you can shoot at 24 frames a second. That's really all I have to say about the cameras. You can make sure that it's Bluetooth, make sure that it can work in a Wi-Fi environment. That way you can be able to have different connectivities and be able to connect it up to your computers and stuff without having to go through a whole lot of extra or purchase extra things to do it. You know, you got your capture cards, you got your HDMI, you're good to go. As far as learning, find a reputable online 24-hour access lifetime membership training class. Something that's structured. It doesn't have to be the biggest, doesn't have to be the most popular, but you do want to have something where you can go and look at other students who have actually taken those courses, that they've learned something in a structured format. Because now you have a formal way to be able to practice. And I'll tell you now, being someone who's purchased several of those online courses, none of them are going to hit 100% of what you need in one single course. But what it will do is it'll give you enough of the foundational information components for learning how to do this that you'll begin to piece some things together as you practice. But none of them are going to take you from 0 to 10, 100% and give you a full-fledged education. That's just not what's going to happen. But again, through practice and combining those with other learning resources, that will make you have several aha moments along the way. I'm still figuring out things right now that makes me say, God dog, that's what it is. And I'll put a link in the description for the ones that I've done. And I'll also let you know which ones that, you know, for me, were able to help me to go from one level of understanding to another level of understanding. And believe me, that's what's going to happen to you at this stage of the game for many years from now. You're just going to keep on leveling up. And when you put it all together, oh, it's a beautiful thing. Because you begin to have that confidence that when you walk into any situation, that there won't be anything you can't do. When someone has a problem, you'll be able to take your camera, your gear, and you'll be able to become a solution for that problem. And that's when the profit comes. So look, hopefully this video has brought some added value to you and your content creation, no matter what area that you go into, whether that be filmmaking, whether that be content creation, whether that be photography. These are the things that you're going to need in order for you to be able to get to the next level from a technical perspective. Now, there's some other things and some other videos that I will be making, but if you have any questions at all, drop them below in the comments. You know, let me know what you feel like may not have been discussed or something.
It's safe to say they didn't have a teleprompter or script. Otherwise, I have these on.
let's shortcut that process for you. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more content. Be sure to follow me, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell when the next video comes out.
Hey.
You'll be notified. We'll see you in the next video.
There we go. So we made it all the way through. Our cut is ready. We can see here we've got a video of 34 minutes. Shaved off about 6 minutes off the video, which, hey, not bad. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. So now what we need to do is we need to go through, and it's time to get this audio going. So I think that's going to probably be it for what we're going to do on this here evening. Go home, go all the way to the back. Yeah, look, once the live is done, it won't be live as far as answering questions. So if you're watching this and this live is over, drop a comment about something that you may have a question about or what you want to see. So now I'm going to turn the music off just by muting this track right here, and then I'm getting ready to go ahead and chop this music up a little bit more. So earlier what I did was I went through and I took this one section right here, because we've got a 2-minute song, but we've got a 40-minute video. So now we've got to stretch this song so that it goes all the way through. We don't want to just have the song and then let it go from beginning to end and then just start all the way back over again each time. We can actually go through and do several different cuts of this song and be able to piece it together all the way through from beginning to end. So that way we can extend this song out for as long as we want. So we've already got this section right here. It is quintupled, as you can see. And then it's going to run right into this section right here. So I'm getting ready. Here's another shortcut. You can hold down the Option key and your up and down arrow to actually move something up and down. So you got a lot of tracks or whatever. That's just another you can move one at a time, or you can move a lot of them. So now I'm going to pull this back in there. So we've just added this much to this song. All right. So like I said, that song was like 1 minute 56 seconds. Well, now that song is 2 minutes and 53 seconds. We just add a whole extra minute to this song. So we don't want to just keep on repeating that, like this section right here. So now we'll come back and we'll find another section that we want to duplicate to add some more time onto the song, and then we'll just kind of rinse and repeat. All right. And if we think it's too repetitive, then we just have to want to add another track in there. We'll figure out another way to be able to do that. I mean, it's not that difficult. We've got enough tracks we can be able to do that with. Let's go. Let's see here. Let me see. We'll come right here to the end of that. Boom. Finna go into another melody of song. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait till to get to the end of this melody. I'm gonna repeat that. Boom. So I'm gonna cut it right there. And then that's gonna allow me to have a whole nother section that I can duplicate. So, and like I said, as long as where we mark the beats were good, you might have to make some kind of tiny adjustment on it to get it to actually line up in beat in the correct place. We're gonna see right now. There's Option, drag. So let's see if we get it to go in and start over at where it actually ended. Yeah. See how it's just gonna kind of keep on going? I'm getting ready to do it again. Move this one out the way. And there's a little pause right there. So let me make sure that my timing is good on that so it won't get awkward. Like I said, it's just, on the mark. When you're doing the actual mark, let's see. Okay, so really looks like it needs to be right there on the end of that. Okay, now let's try it. Yep. So that's where it starts. So now we just got to make sure that it's fixed on both ends, and every time we do that, it'll now do exactly what we need for it to do. So I fixed it on that end. I'm gonna delete this one. And then I'm gonna recopy that other one because that's where we need that bad boy to start off at. Okay? If that's confusing, hit me up in the comments and let me know. All right. Zoom in some so I can make sure I'm snapping to the. You can move that play here and it'll snap right onto it. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Oh, we can make this joker here last forever. Come on. There we go. Do that. Now remember, so we can do multiple times. So now I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. So now we will have. There we go. Then we're gonna come and butt this up against it. And like I said, we just kind of keep on doing this. All we're doing is extending that song. So that song was 1 minute and 56 seconds. Now it's 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Let's see how it all jives. See if we need to make any tiny adjustments. Yep. So now we got another section of the song that it's gonna go into. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we marked it off. Let's see how good we are on that mark because that other one. Okay, here you go. So you see the difference between where this beat is kicking in at and where the mark is at. So that's what the issue is right there. So I'm gonna come over here some boop, 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 right there. I'm gonna move this mark over. That means, that just means that while marking the beat off the computer or whatever, or it could have been me, when I'm hitting at him to mark that beat, it might have had a little lag in it. But now that I've zoomed in and I can see that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the track right there. And then I'm gonna pull this backside out. And I'm getting ready I'm gonna come over here and see if I can fine tune what I see. Kind of look where the actual mark is again on that. That looks pretty clean. Well, yeah, we know it's clean because we already fixed it on the other one. So now I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna duplicate it here. Should make it pretty doggone seamless. Let's see. All right, perfect. Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect. That's it right there. That's it. Now, what we can do is watch this. We getting ready to further extend it out because I want this end part to hit like when we actually get to the end of the deal. So watch this. I'm finna come back through and zoom out some. Move this down here. Believe it or not, this is what you pretty much always hear and see, even when you're watching some of these videos, especially. And that's another good thing about being able to have the stems. Because see, if you have the stems, you can be able to do this and even begin to take parts of the song out. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think that's what we gonna do. just to be able to add a little bit more variety. So I'm gonna go back up here to my media pool, and then I'm gonna go in here where there's where we have the stems. Okay, let's do a little music authoring on here. Hey, I got y'all for the edit. Feel free to ask any questions. All right, put this one right here. Then I'm gonna put this one right here. Let's see. Now the only thing about this that we haven't marked it off, but guess what? We marked off the other one. So guess what we can do? We can bring these down with the actual original track. That's what I'm gonna do. We can bring these down with the actual original track, and we can still do some mark offs. Let's look at that. This is that original track that we had, and it's fully marked off, right? So what that means is that I can come here, and while I have that marked off, I can come here and each one of these. So I have all these tracks selected, right? These are the stems. These are the stems. So I can come here now and just go bam, hit the M on my keyboard. It's gonna mark every last one of them. So I don't have to re-listen to it all over again. I just gotta come through each one, bam, because they're all selected. And so I'm marking them all off right now. So then I'll be able to even come in here with these stems, and I'll be able to make it happen. See how quickly I can mark that song off? Well, I can mark all these stems because this is the music right here, you know? Yep. And so I can do the exact same thing, except now, you know, I'll even be able to just do like some of the instrumentals and separate some of the other things, you know, just to kind of have and add a little variety. And then by the time we come back in with the rest of the music, we'll be good. Yeah, having these stems is clutch. And that's one of the things you actually get when you are, when you have epidemic sound, you can get all the stems. So now, we've got all the stems. We can come through and start breaking stuff up. Let me zoom back in. See how much of that, see how little of that song deals with the real estate for this entire video. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move that all the way down. We want, by the time we get to the end of that video, that the original end of the songs is right there. So that way, as it's going out, so are we. Well, actually, you know, let me come down here. I'm gonna go effects. We'll bring a title over here. Text. This right here is gonna last like 5 seconds. So because I know I'm gonna have that to go fade to black, I'm gonna pull that audio track all the way to the edge here, so that actually I'm gonna do it right here. That way, when that video is ending, it'll go. I'm gonna take this little clip right here and drag it over here. That's gonna help you to fade to black. So we'll do this. I'm gonna put at JCurtisMedia. All right. Do my infamous put my J Curtis inside of the orange. There we go. There we go. Let me click on settings. Hold on for I hadn't even showed you how to do this yet, but oh, there we go. So watch this. Bell, when the next video comes out, you'll be notified. We'll see you in the next video. Boom. And that's it.
if you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content.
All right, so there we go. Okay, so now we are here. We've got that song that we have, well, we've added in all of the stems for the song, which is basically all the individual parts of the song. All right, now what we're gonna do is, let me go ahead and come back out of there since we got what we needed out of there. I'm going to, let's let this play so you can see. We don't want that beginning because we already know what's on the beginning. So I'm gonna take this first clip and copy it over just so I can align everything else with kind of how we're gonna start the cut since we've already done that. All right. Don't eyeball. That's a bad habit. Go ahead and use your tools. Don't eyeball. All right. I'm using the playhead to snap. So let's see. I'm gonna mute this level again. Let's go. I just want to get that first cut point. So you can see right there now, something is a little bit off, but what I see is 1, 2, 3. After that third one, we should be Gucci right there. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. And then I'm just gonna make sure that everything's lining up here. Okay. All right. That's just the stems. All right. So now, go ahead and get rid of that. That's the full. All right. So we got here, here, here. We know which one it is. We know where it's going to start off at. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Okay. So A. There we go. All right. Now, we know where this is going to start off at. Okay. We want to play this. We've already used up a good bit. I'm gonna link these bad boys. No, what all do I want? Okay, let's bass, drums, instrument, and melody. This is what I'm gonna do. Disable that one. Disable that one. Disable that one. Disable that one. And leave that one. All right, now. All right, there we go. Bring this up here. Okay, now. Sorry. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not like that. I think we'll do. And now let's come back and try it again. Some variety. All right, now, let's trim this so that it kicks in right here, and then we're going to turn it back on. Bam. So you'll see what I'm doing here. You're just going to kind of stair step, turn them back on like all at, different times. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right. So now I know where I can trim this one to. Bam. Then turn that one back on. So come back again. So. I'm gonna turn this one on too as well. It's dead silent until that. Then we let them all play. So we're gonna get a cut point, start something different. Bottom of the melody, boom, right there. All right, so we good. I'm gonna bring this up. There we go. Now, I'm gonna make this all one just by linking it together, and we'll be able to use this again to kind of vary up the music. But remember, we still got a ways to go. We only at 4 minutes 30 seconds, so we still got a good ways to go. But right now, we've already got everything kind of cut up pretty good, so it should be a lot easier. All right, like all of these right here, because we ain't trying to get to the end till we get to the end. I'm just gonna copy. Oops, yeah, I'm gonna copy, but got this right here aligned. Yep. So now we got this right here. Bring that right there. Now watch this. So since we just did that, now we come here, we're gonna duplicate. Well, actually, we're gonna move that up first. And then we're gonna duplicate it all the way down to here. Bam. Now, this right here is where it starts getting real at. Right here is where, using these tools will allow you to be able to cut out a whole lot of time. See what we're finna do here? I'm gonna link those. Then I'm finna to duplicate them. Bam. Right back in there. Come over here and make sure I'm snapping all the way down. So remember a second ago I said we still had a ways to go. We was just at 4 minutes 30 seconds. I tell them where they at. We at 17 minutes 26 seconds now. So we about to knock this down real quick, just like that. So yeah, that's the beauty in marking off your beats. You've got, everything you need when you do that, because you've already put the work in, Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to rush. Keep it going. You know exactly what you're trying to do. Let me make sure. Don't take shortcuts. Let me make sure that up. Right there. Now, we may only need one of these. How about we're going to unlink those and grab these, copy those. Yeah, there we go. Wait a minute, did I? Oh, I did. I grabbed too many. All right, there we go. Ain't no thing. Hey, look, that's how it is when you've done it the way that it needs to be done. You good. All right. So now we can move this over to here. All right. Now let me come in here so I can start to fine tune this in part, and then we'll have our video, the trimmed video, all the way linked up with our let me see. I wonder about how many of those it take. Let's see. Boom, boom. We'll say it might be 4. Let's see how it lines up. I mean, we're gonna be all right because we got them all marked off on the beat. So we know that every time there's a new start, it's starting in its right place. That might mean we just need to simply move that down. Oops. Okay. So that means this thing is gonna be pretty consistent. Right there. Now, let's see what we got. All the way. Look at that. So this is how much we actually have left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that all the way down to here. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and let that fade out. Bam, just like that. You see how quick we did that already? We took some that was 2 minutes long. We made it 35 minutes long. Just like that. It's going to be pretty consistent all the way through. Let's see here. Do me a quick little auto save.
You just happen to stumble on the best video that you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that.
Okay, so now, all right, so now, remember what I was talking about earlier as far as being able to vary a shot to kind of keep things interesting, so that way, people wouldn't get bored, sleepy watching your video, especially if video is 30 minutes long, because you got a video that's 30 minutes long, the people that are going to watch it, they're literally interested in what it is you have to say, and it's actually providing some value for them. So now, what I'm going to do here, because we're still here, and I told you I wasn't going to shortcut the process, what I'm going to do here, just kind of keep you here with me, and I'm going to add some extra angle shots. So we got our A cam, we got our B cam. We're going to say our B cam is all the wide shots. All right. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to make sure that each one of these are unlinked. So that way, okay, yeah, there we go. All right. Now, let's kind of do an emotion check. It's not a music video, so we don't have to do a whole lot of varying, but you do want to kind of have, spaces. You do want to kind of have spaces, so let's see.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, stumbled on the best video that you probably ever see.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm getting ready to duplicate and copy up, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. And that now you'll have a decent way of being able to gauge kind of how I do it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make this 1.75 zoom. Then I'm going to reframe. Okay. So now, then I'm going to disable it so I can watch it. And when I get ready to do a quick, zoom or cut, I can just disable. I can turn the disable off. Let's go.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, and you just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton.
Let me see. I like it. Let me turn all these off so I can. Matter of fact, yeah, let me go ahead and turn all these auto track selectors. Yeah, that right there will have your video jacked up if you don't pay attention to it. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just like that. All right.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking,
And then I'm gonna turn the disable off.
content creation, and you just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to...
So now right there when I say, so what does that mean to me? That's when I'm gonna go back down to my regular wide shot.
Of added value. Now, what does that mean to me?
But I'm gonna do it on the beat. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna disable that. Now, just to kind of see how the vibe is. And remember, and in part 3 of the stream, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, now you know what, maybe I should say, nah, I'm going to do this right here, right now. But in part 3, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in my B-roll. I'm gonna add in the B-roll and any kind of effects I'm gonna have, which will be minimal because of the type of video that it is. But we're gonna add our B-roll in. We're gonna make sure that everything we're talking about in this video, you can visually be able to see and not just hear and look at me, but actually see the items. That's kind of what we want to do. We don't want anybody to walk away from this video and not have all the information that they need to be able to go ahead and go out and get these items. So, and that includes letting them know about any affiliate links or anything like that, because I'm going to basically go through and every product that I have that I can vouch for, I'm going to make sure that those are the ones that actually show up in the video. So, just go ahead on and get through this part. And I mean, it's a pretty tedious process. And then I can also make a decision if I actually want to vary this, because I might just want to decide to vary the video based on the B-roll. You don't always have to have 2 or 3 shots, and there's a lot of different ways that you can be able to keep your viewer engaged and interested, keep them emotionally, invested and continue to watch the video. So I'm gonna play around with it and just see what I think.
Just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, and you just happen to stumble on the best video that you probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is,
Yeah.
to buy a fancy brand new camera. It's just not going to serve you well right now because you don't know enough to get out there and actually use the camera. What I'm going to say is begin to work on things like exposure, begin to work on things like
You know what? I think I just made a decision. I just made an executive decision. I'm not gonna do two different views. There's no need to. because when I get to something that I want to emphasize, I'm going to be showing it on the screen. So let's work for us. I think we good. Now, I'm not going to have you sit here and watch the whole deal, but I will go through, some of the time on it or whatever, and let's see what we got.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, and you just happen to stumble on the best video that you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what does that mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm going to share some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is, don't go out and buy a fancy brand new camera. It's just not going to serve you well right now because you don't know enough to be able to get out there and actually use the camera. What I'm going to say is, begin to work on things like exposure, begin to work on things like composition, begin to work on things like light, shade, shadow. Begin to understand those things because that's going to come into play. Those are going to be the things that you end up spending so much time on trying to get perfect from some image that inspired you to even want to do this thing, that you'll have time to be able to master those on a camera that you have to really learn. Now, what I will say is this. Start looking at things like light stands. And I don't mean like 1 or 2 light stands. I mean 5,
Yeah,
6,
we extended that song out nicely.
Why light stands, JT? Well,
Nice.
imagine that you begin to
Nice.
film something and you need to hang something up, but you don't have anywhere to hang it. Then you're trying to put something on the wall, tape it to the wall, or have somebody to stand up and hold it for you. That's just not going to make you productive. So I'm going to tell you, you need light stands, you need diffusion, you need black material. They can be flags, they can be black sheets, it can be black felt, it can be blackout curtains, but you need black material. Why do you need black material? That's going to help you to be able to control the light. That's going to be able to help you to add more shadow. That's going to be able to help you to block off light that you don't want. See, a lot of these
I think I like that decision.
get you motivated
I do.
to want to recreate. You've got to be able to go in and control these different environments. And so one of the ways you can do that is by using diffusion and flags. Flags can begin to get expensive because they come with other things, but black sheets and blackout curtains aren't very expensive. But even if you have that, you've got to have stands to put them up on. So now that brings me to my third thing. What do you need in order to use these stands, this diffusion, and these black flags? You need clamps. The flags are not going to stay up by themselves. The diffusion is not going to stay up by themselves. You need clamps. There's several different types of clamps. The little cheap clamps that you can get on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description so that you can be able to see some of these. But you need to get a ton of those clamps because it's nothing like having a black sheet or curtain going from one end of a boom arm to the other end of a boom arm, and then it's laying it down in the middle. You're going to need some clamps. The clamps are going to allow you to be able to move around. It's going to allow you to be able to get something into a firm position so that it doesn't move. And so the more clamps you have, the better it's going to be. So you need diffusion. Diffusion is what you use in order to be able to change the light from a hard light over to a soft light. It's what allows you to be able to have, split toning where there's going to be shadow and light on one side, but there's no hard edge defined line. That allows you to have a more smooth transition from light to shadow. That's what diffusion is going to be. And then the more diffusion you have, the softer you can actually make that light. And it's going to all be personal preference, But if you have a client that says, man, that light looks really hard and bright, then you throw up some diffusion and you're good to go. But again, if you don't have a light stand and if you don't have clamps, then you don't have any way of being able to put this diffusion up to block the light. So see, those things are very important because just with light stands, diffusion, so going in a little bit more on the stands, you can get some basic stands, but they need to be heavy duty stands. You can't get these little cheap stands that you can literally bend with your hands or bend over your knees.
Okay.
Stainless steel stands, or some stands that have like that black matte finish.
Ooh, that's a hiccup.
They need to be strong enough to be able to support using a
Yep.
boom.
So look at that. This is going to make us have to readjust everything. You see this little gap? This is what happens when you hear the gap. This way you got to go ahead and listen to it. You can't try to rush through, but right here, watch this. See, you see that black gap?
Some stands that have
That pause? That shouldn't be there. But also something that I just noticed, I'm looking at my meters over here and I've got things that are just jumping off in red, right? Watch this. And I just saw why.
clamps. And you don't have any way.
When we made the adjustment to the audio on those tracks, but when I dragged the stems in, we did not make any adjustments on that. So what I need to do is I need to go and see what's the volume level of that. Okay, we've got.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just happen to stumble on the best video that you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best.
Negative 6.7
Begin to work on things.
needs to be lower. We want, we don't want the volume of the music to compete with, the message. It just should kind of serve as environment. So I'm gonna go negative 13. Let's see.
If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking,
Look at that,
photography,
man. That
and
joker.
content creation, you just
go.
happen to stumble on the best video
Minus
that you probably ever
15.
see. Maybe not the best video. If you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just happen to stumble on the best video that you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value. Now, what?
Okay, so good, Gucci, good. All right, let's see. Highlight all of it. Come on, man. You see here. Go. Okay, there we go. Now, I'll say minus 14.5. Ouch, that hurt. Scratch myself. All right. So now, let's check it out.
What that mean to me? What that means to me is that
Oh yeah.
if you're just starting out in the game of filmmaking, photography, and content creation, you just happen to stumble on the best video that you'll probably ever see. Maybe not the best video, but this video is going to offer you a ton of added value.
Now we got that separation we
What does that
need.
mean to me? What that means to me is that I'm
kinda
going to
like the
share
light.
some of the experience that I've gotten here over the last few years. The first part of that is don't go out and buy a fancy brand new camera.
Now, let's see if
It's
we
just
got
not gonna
anything
serve you
clipping
well
now.
right now because you don't know
Nope.
enough to be able to get out there and actually use the camera. What I'm going to say is begin to work on things like exposure, begin to work on things like composition, begin to work on things like light, shade, shadow. Begin to understand those things because that's going to come into play. Those are going to be the things which you end up spending so much time on trying to get perfect for some image that inspired you to even want to do this thing that you'll have time to be able to master those on a camera that you have to really learn.
There we go.
Now,
See where it's peaking over here and where it's peaking right there.
start looking at
I mean,
things
that's
like
cool.
stands.
All
And I
right.
don't mean like
Now
two
we got
light stands. I mean
that one
5, 6,
space
7
where
light stands.
Why light
I mean I'm
stands,
gonna say it's
JC?
probably consistent.
Well, imagine that you begin to film something and you need to hang something up, but you don't have.
You gotta
anywhere to
find
hang
it though,
Then you
because
try to
that
put something
space is
to the
gonna,
wall,
you
tape
know,
it to the wall,
jack up
or
what we have
somebody
going
stand
on.
up and hold
Can't
it.
have that
That's
kind of a
not
gap.
gonna be productive. So I'm gonna tell you, you need light stands, you need diffusion, you need black material. They can be flags,
There
they
you go.
can be black sheets, and I'm gonna say some stainless.
Let me put this right here so I'm gonna put an M, just put a mark right there so I can be able to get to it. But this is where, oh wait a minute.
And I'm gonna say some stainless steel stands, or some stands that have.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Right now that I see where it's at, I need to select them all. Okay. Come around here. Now this needs to but right up next to it. Yeah, see, got them all selected. There we go. Now let's see how that work out.
Or bend over your knee.
See if we get no gap.
Something that I'm gonna say some stainless steel stands, or some stands that have like.
I heard a double beat.
Or some stands, or some stands, or.
Sounds like this shit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Some stands that have like.
We need to. We gotta move it back again, and then go again. I pushed it over too close. It actually, because these, if you're not careful, these clips will overlap the one that's next to it, and you don't want that. Just want to go where it's supposed to go. So, all right. See, there's kind of our discrepancies. I'm gonna link all these, so I have to keep going back and redoing it. So this right here might actually be oh, see, that's what we did the stems at. But again, like I said, it's let's get this fixed up real quick. All right. Let's try and see.
Or some stands that have stands.
Why is it a double beat? Oh, look at here. Ah, but would you look at here? Oop, oop. See how that, you know, when it's off, when that beat is off, watch it. That's where you're getting that doo-doo. It's hitting right here, and it's hitting right here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, but you can't. So this mark really should have been right here. That's gonna add a lot of tedious work, because that means that this is where it really ultimately should have been, but it's gonna be the exact same every last one of these. No worries. Same deal applied. We just may have to do it a couple of times. There we go. Let's try. Let's see what it look like.
Or some stands that have.
Yep.
Like
Wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see it again.
Stands, or some stands that have.
Yep. That's it. All right. So we got that. Now let's see if it does it anywhere else. It might do it every time we get to one of those parts where we brought that deal over. So we're about to see right now. Not there, but here. Just got to zoom in there close enough to be able to see. Does it happen? Yep, it happens again. All right, so we know now what we need to do is we need to get here. Wait a minute. Let's see how we did this one. It's going to be the same each time. If we, okay. All we did was trim that up. So those are the stems, and the stems look like it might be misaligned a little bit from the full mix, but not on our side. On the side of the actual track. So look, I'm good with it. It's just gonna save us some time. But I do think what I'm gonna do is see here. Nope.
That you're not having to pick things up.
Okay, now we don't want that. We don't want it to be like that though. All right. See here. To get. Let's kind of keep on. Let's kind of go ahead and copy them and keep them going. So we know that it's that way. So we'll have to do this for each and every one of those. How about we just go, it's gonna make us move some other stuff too, but that's all right. This is part of this right here is part of editing. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is I was able to find it. There we go. Now we get to come here, and we've already got 2. Boom. All because we counted. We know that they're already lined up perfect, so let's just make sure we don't bring these too far apart. This line's up here, right on that playhead. Oh, missed it. Right there. Okay. Let's see, just to make sure, to be on the safe side.
Sounds like you talking on a half-muted telephone dispatch system. I mean, that's just the facts. You know, you've got a 30-minute video.
Yep.
Nobody wants to sit there and listen to video that doesn't
All
have
right.
good video,
So
good audio
now,
quality. But
so
they
now
will
look, we
watch
got
a video
4
that
of
sounds
those.
good versus a video that
We don't even need 4 more.
So now, I remember when I was
think we
first getting
just-
started, you know, one of my mentors who I really look up to in this game, he said, man,
You're almost back down to the end again. At least we got it all. And we got 1 more. Then we go. Okay. All right. See how much. Okay. We don't need a whole lot more of that. There we go. How many did we use last time? Wondering. Shoot. Let's see. Might be able to just do these. Yep. Just one. Then like try these here out, because remember we already got them marked off. And these, by the time it ends one, it's getting ready to go into the next one and the next one. Okay. Then we got. Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, that bad boy, it will erase your clip. All right, so now bring this down to meet up with that. See how it blends.
in the comments below, and I promise you that I will see them and I will address.
Yep. Now, because we still got some room over here on the edge to play. Bingo. So this right here lets me know that we good. Okay. That's it, guys. That's it. So we got our base cut. And I've got it saved right here as rough cut 1. And so then what we'll be doing next in part 3 of the stream is I'm going to take all the B-roll and I'm going to put it in here over the footage. I mean, I'm just going to overlay it over the footage. So when I'm talking about something specifically, it'll either be a static B-roll shot, it'll be something that has the specifications, or it'll be something where it's actually purchased or whatever, or I'll actually get some actual photographs taken of some of these different things that I have that I'm actually talking about in this video. And you know, I might do a couple of motion shots, just kind of depends. But even See, the video is not going to just be so monotonous that you only see this. So we will, you know, kind of selectively choose on how to interact with our viewer, as well as engage our viewer and do some things that will allow them to be able to see more. So we'll do that, and that's going to cover up quite a few clips as well. Then we'll take some other places once we've done that to vary our shots. I think we'll do that kind of the back end of this, because we do have so many different things that we're going to be talking about in this 30-minute long video. So guys, look, hopefully this video has brought some added value to you and your content creation. I thank you for staying up with me. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. If you're here right now, then you're probably not somebody that is doing what it is that I'm doing, but you're somebody that actually, I hope that I have been able to reach, and you've been able to see just how to do this. So if you've got a question, feel free to hit me up. Drop a comment, leave your question in the comment, so that way I'll get a notification that says, hey, you know, this person decided they're ready to be great, so they want to ask you, how did you do such and such. Remember that I have the link that's in here for Epidemic Sound, and also a link for you to be able to go and get the free version of DaVinci Resolve. I mean, it's free for life. So I've got the link in there that takes you directly to it instead of you having to navigate through the website. So check the link in the description. If you want to get in contact with me, I hit up my social media page. I'm there, and also you can go check out the website. Hey, let's lock in. Let's lock in. I've got a lot of great things. I mean, I definitely got something to share. You know, you find out a lot about a lot later on down the line. And so this video is going to talk all about that. But at this stage of the game, hey, let's get locked in on some of these things that we need, that we're going to need later on, and start putting those miles in now. So that by the time we get to the end of this journey, you know, we good to go. So, hey, if you enjoy the content, give your boy a subscribe, you know, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when this next video comes out, so you can forgive me amongst the abyss of YouTube content creators. So I appreciate you watching. I really appreciate you watching. I had fun. I plan on doing this as much as possible. I probably should have been doing this years ago. Just film the process. You never know who you're helping. And I definitely don't mind doing it. I'm doing it all the time. So that's pretty much it. So look, we'll get up with you. Have a good week.